Welcome to the video. My name is Agent Double Sonic, and in this video we are doing a double request of DuckTales, the 1987, and a dessert. Let's go ahead and get started. I wanted to do this entire thing. I had a whole thought process, but in the end we only ended up with a little bit of footage, which is why the majority of the drawing's already done. Okay, so I always have to include erasing because it is so satisfying, and also I didn't know if this was going to come out pretty well, but it came out pretty well. Go ahead and fast forward to inking, and I know I already missed half of it, but my biggest challenge was to make sure I did this inking correctly. And I'm not gonna lie to you, this is probably one of my best inking jobs I've ever done on a piece, so applause to me. When I got this request, when I was asking him what should I do for a video, and my friend had said, oh, DuckTales, and I was like, alright, bet. He was like, no, not the new one, the old one. So I ended looking up a scene, and my beautiful significant other, thank you love, wanted a dessert, and I wanted to do a watercolor, so let's combine the two. And ironically, they had a scene where there was a cake in the middle of, well, what I assume was a way for the Beagle's mom to get out of prison. There's a shovel in the cake. Anyways, I wanted to take my time, and I wanted to get the watercolor going, and I was doing pretty well. I actually did end up live streaming a little bit of this on my Instagram. I'll put the little link right here. But I ended up live streaming me talking with a few people that were in the chat and everything like that, so if you check that out, cool. But now back to the painting. Watercolor is my biggest challenge. If you look at the arm, I added too much pigment and I had too much water. If you look at the officer, yeah, some parts were like the outline of the clothes and stuff like that were dark, and that made sense. But the biggest problem was whenever I was doing like the darker parts, like the Beagle Boy's nose and his mask, the color black obviously gets a little washed out, and I wanted to try to make that as dark as possible. When I was using the red, I wanted to make sure that I got it darker, but I was also kind of skeptical on how I was going to make the whole sweater and glove and everything like that dark enough, not just red but the yellow. And then the sprinkles, I wanted to make sure it was not a translucent pink, and I had to make sure that the red wasn't too dominant. So we did that, and then I made sure that the shovel's handle and the, I guess, whatever grip part were flushed. The cake was a chocolate cake, boom bam, and I was concerned about his mask because I didn't know if I was going to be able to pull off the pupils that was created when he was looking down with the mask. Going back to the officer, I did his hair and then his hat, which was also black as well. I went and finished off the sprinkles. I thought this was pretty well. The green was a challenge because I had to make sure it was dark, but I had to make sure it wasn't going to get looking dirty. And then we got to the background. Background was a very light wash with green and yellow, and some areas were a little bit darker than what I thought, and then some areas were a little bit better. His skin is a little bit too yellow, and I ended up doing the same thing with the Beagle Boy. His came out a little bit better because it was a little bit darker. I wanted to make sure the foreground was washed off very well, but that's about it. Sorry this is a short video, and I hopefully you enjoyed. And now the outro is going to come up in about 5 seconds, so I'm going to stop talking now. Peace, love, and hot sauce. Hope you enjoyed that quick little time lapse. I can do better. I know I will. I have told my thoughts throughout this video, so we did good. Alright, as always, thanks for watching.